Did you know that cultural diversity is every country's greatest strength? Unfortunately, not everyone sees it this way. There have been several instances where people have been treated unfairly and discriminated against due to the color of their skin, the country they come from, and their cultural background. This is known as racism. What is racism? Racism is a form of discrimination based on the assumption that certain people are superior or inferior to others because of their race or ethnicity. Racism manifests itself in prejudices, stereotypes, biases, and hostile behavior towards people of other races or ethnicities. It is important to note that racism has no biological basis, but is based on social constructions. What impact does racism have on those affected? Racism can have a significant impact on those affected, both on an individual and societal level. It is important to note that racism can exist not only on a personal level but also on a structural level. Here are some of the effects of racism. 1. Psychological effect. People who experience racism can suffer from chronic stress and anxiety. 2. Low self-esteem. Experiences of racism can affect self-esteem and negatively impact one's sense of identity. 3. Physical health. Chronic stress due to racism can lead to various health problems, including heart disease, high blood pressure, and other stress-related illnesses. 4. Education and employment. Racism can hinder access to education and limit educational opportunities for certain groups. 5. Social exclusion and emotional impact. Experiences of racism can lead to social isolation as those affected may fear discrimination and withdraw from society. It also results in frustration, anger, and other negative emotional reaction. It is important to emphasize that the impact of racism is not only individual but also collective. Systematic discrimination can affect entire communities and lead to structural injustice. The fight against racism therefore requires not only individual awareness but also societal change at a political and institutional level. What can we do to end racism? We can raise awareness and promote educational programs that promotes diversity, tolerance, and intercultural skills. Integrate anti-racist content into school curricula and organize sensitization campaigns in schools, companies, and public institutions. Strengthen and enforce existing laws against racial discrimination. Development and implementation of anti-racism laws that prohibit discrimination in various areas of life. Implement cultural sensitivity and anti-bias training for law enforcement agencies. Promote dialogues between different cultural groups to foster understanding and using media and social platforms to spread positive messages about diversity. Also, individual self-reflection on potential own biases and stereotypes and participation in training to deepen understanding of racism. It is important to emphasize that these measures should be implemented jointly and continuously in order to bring about long-term change. We all share the responsibility of promoting equality. As human beings, we all have the rights to be treated fairly and with dignity. Together, let's end racism and make the world a better place.